How did you guys do today? It's always interesting. What's your response? Were you connecting? Was it good? I could sense that there was an intense fire just coming out of you, just your heart and what you bring. And it was like I was frozen back there. It was like, how do I get that? How do I get closer? And so I thought, my body's I'm not connecting. So I thought I'll start moving my body. Because sometimes you move your body and you put it in position. So start raising my hands, even though I don't feel like raising my hands. It's like, God, because you're worthy. And then that's not working. So it's like I try to stir up my emotions, because the Bible says to stir ourselves up, right? And it's like, I'm not getting anywhere with that. And it's like, what's the matter? There's this fire and I'm not connecting. And then it's like, what about my will? My will is what directs me. And so even though my body wouldn't connect or my emotions wouldn't connect, I took my will and said, I'm going to connect. And it's like, I'm going to give God praise even though I don't feel like it. Even though my heart's not raging inside, I'm going to call my will just to offer him that sacrifice of praise. And all of a sudden, things started to melt. And then it's like I started to connect. I don't know about you guys. Years ago, I was in college, and I had to go from Grass Valley, California, over into Nevada, and I was headed back to Montana, where I was going to school. And going over from Grass Valley, you have to top up over the Tahoe area, and it was cold. And I was on my motorcycle, and it was like I had my riding suit on, and I had my gloves on, and anything I could think of to make me warm, I had it on. And I'm going through cold, and it's like the numbness just began to set in. And so I just kept riding. And then I started coming down into the Nevada side, and the sun was shining, and it was hot. And I rode, and even though it was hot, it was like I was still chilled inside. And I got down to Reno and stopped for some gas. And everybody else is like Vinny today in their shorts and just whatever. And I still have my riding suit on because I should be melted, but I'm not. And so I just kept going. I just kept my riding suit on, and it's probably like 90 or 100 riding across the desert. And finally, about the time I get to Elko, which is maybe an hour away, I'm starting to be melted. And I feel like, okay, now I can take stuff off. And eventually it all comes off. But I just feel like that is for us, that wherever you're at, God is more worthy than we know. He has a whole army of angels that we don't see. He is just incredible. He so cares for you that he just gave up his own life for us. And so don't quit if you're kind of frozen today. Just keep riding. Keep pressing in. Keep pressing into the fire. Because he just has it where everything comes back into, okay, now I fit into the environment. It's hot. It's good. Every part of me is coming awake. And so I just bless you to be fully present with him today, whatever that looks like for you. Yeah.